you already know, Easy A in the house. Easy, you know, feeling good, loving the downloads, really expiring. Like I said, who would believe? But I do. And it's not that I just believe, it's because I know. It's just that I know it's in me. Something I really can't explain. But can't explain how to get there. You know? In other videos I done said that we all spoken about in the Bible, which is true because it's prophecy. Prophecy, which goes, Bible has a lot of prophecy in it, and we all know life is cycles. Even though time changes, maybe the design changes, technology changes, but we go through cycles. We all know that circle of life, you know, the food chain cycles, and, you know, we could go on and on with the cycles and the different mathematics, and you know, um, when I was talking about prophecy, there's an 800 prophecy that's been going on every 800 years of certain individuals being awoken. Like I said before, there's levels to everything. Even when you think you know everything or you think you know, you will always be given more when it's time to be given more, when you're at that point to have the understanding and the ability to use whatever knowledge that you have been provided. You know, a lot of stuff come, like the geniuses, our so-called geniuses, they individuals that think outside the box. It's not that they just think outside the box. They are divinely helped. Some of them are not. They, helped by the other. Depends on who they trying to serve and what kind of outcome they trying to get out of it. But if you look at the energy for what it is, we know what companies, what people, what organizations, what friends, lovers, and everybody else is contributing to, condoning, and actually, feasting off of other people's sweat and tears, emotional baggage, confusion, stress. Have you noticed that the world constantly got you jumping through some type of hoop? And it's a force, they give you a false sense of relief. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. Every year or every 5, 6 years, minimum wage go up because the cost of living go up, right? So if we saying it like that, that means that the cost of living went up already. What you call the value of your dollar is not what you call taking care of its necessities as how it used to for whatever hours that you made. Is that agreed upon? But after you get the raise because of the so-called, well, you can't say so-called because it's actually so the cost of living done went up before you got the raise, right? So the raise, what you call pay raise, is supposed to give you some type of relief on the cost of, the new cost of living. But have any of y'all noticed that after y'all get the raise, the cost of living go up again? Put you right back into the same stress, food, nature, and you don't realize it. Subconsciously, you still thinking that you just got this raise because of the cost of living. But over time, you start to notice that you're struggling like how you were struggling to make ends meet with the previous minimum wage. So, that's the example. So, what do y'all think about that? Is it true? Did I just make this up? Am I living in reality or I'm living in some fantasy world? That's just one of the games that, this simulation or this world, the design of it, and it's not God's design. It's still what you call the Prince of Darkness design because he is the ruler of this world. He told the divine himself, the Son of God himself, yo, if you kneel before me, I give you all this and that. One thing you do, gotta kneel, and everything you see will be yours. And the Heavenly Father, the Son of God, looked at him and was like you can't be serious. Like, how can I understand you so-called ruled here, you rule here, but God rule all. So if I follow His law, you don't outrank me. You won't outrank. You can't outrank me because what you go, God will always take care of me, and His laws and rules is over you. So why would I fear Him? Why would I fear the devil? They can do what they want to the physical. I ain't worrying about it. They've been doing it, and I'm still here. And I'm gonna be here until God say, "All right, enough is enough," no matter what they throw at me. And I know that for a fact. They've been doing poison, and sent different individuals to try to, get street cred off of me. A lot of y'all magicians and magicianists, if you want to call, for the girls or the ladies. And I really don't like calling people witches, because if that's the case, we all are. But witches isn't really a negative. A negative. It's like calling somebody a nigga, or a spick, or uh, you know, uh, you know, like the girl that got thrown off the TV show for saying chinky eyes, like real dumb, simple shit. I might even get flagged for the terminology, but there's no disrespect to no nationality. Like I said, I'm 100% pro. If you looked at any of my other videos, like we all one and the same. So what? You can't speak my language. Come talk to me. I guarantee you, the real get something going. I'm gonna understand. I'm gonna have some type of understanding of you. You gonna have some type of understanding of me. For real, drop me anywhere. I guarantee you, I'll survive. Like, and I know that for a fact. I done had strangers from another country that's here in New York that's walking past. Now we in Midtown, so you know we got a mixture of everything. They will actually stop me and want to have conversation for them to get help when they seeing their own kind walk past and don't stop them. I don't understand. Explain that to me. But I end up helping them and end up getting them what they need for whatever reason with God's blessing, whatever. So there is no real difference. Like I said, if I eat, I should. You eat, you should. Um, what, what? I need housing, you need housing. I would like a loved one, a mate, a cherished one, like she would cherish me. I believe that's what y'all would want, you know, kids, you know, to leave a legacy, to leave a piece of you, just like God have all us out here as pieces of Him, which our kids will also be an extension of pieces of Him, but a upgraded version because we pass everything down in DNA. So what are you passing down? Are you passing down drug bondage addictions to your bloodline? Because whatever we put in our system also, absorbs into our DNA. Right? And that's just a thought. What you call it, we don't see things that way when we smoking that blood, sniffing that bum, shooting that whatever, that shot. um, popping that pill, it's all types of ways to, get be alleviated, you know, and we all able to create something new or something destructive. And it's not a joke, but it's true. That's why we supposed to be real careful of, what we mix and what our intentions are. You know, it's crazy that our loved ones, our parents, our siblings, our kids, our lovers, our sig- um, really see significant make their families and your friends, their friends, and your community could really be all against you, little old you. Your reality, it's so. You call me a liar. You could say I'm crazy, but there's a lot of us dying of lack of knowledge. I could have been one of them. I have, you know, believe it or not, survived countless, like, phenomenal attempts in the 5D, the 3D, Astro. Like, if you know about it and you can name it, basically say that that you call it is tied into something like that, which is incredible. Like it's like talking bullshit, nonsense, sci-fi. If that's what you know, the terminology, if that's what you want to use. But the funny part about calling it bullshit, calling it sci-fi, have you noticed that the sci-fi is becoming true? And why would I say becoming? Because it can't. It had to come from somewhere, right? So you saying it came from imagination, or it was already made and then made into imagination? I'm saying it's already made and then made into imagination. But then we get into the instance like what came first, the chicken or the egg? Perception is power. Knowledge is power. Working in all dimensions simultaneously is power. And I'm getting there. I'm there, to tell you the truth. But I'm always striving. A lot of y'all would say I'm untouchable. A lot of y'all would say I'm too powerful. A lot of y'all would say, "Yo, what? You still trying to get stronger? Like, nigga, like you the most powerful person I ever seen. What you call it, in this energy? Like, you got me stuttering." Ain't that some bullshit? I'm gonna say he's saying he was stuttering, but I was born actually stuttering. Ain't that some bullshit? But it's truth at the same time. Mm. But like I said, my my tongue speaks fire, speaks truth, double-edged swords for the people that are able to handle the truth, that could look within themselves and find their truth, and not really find it, rediscover it. Because we all know what we've been through. We all know what we experienced. But what you experience and how you experience is how we get our perception. But even though what I'm about to say is that you have to do some time traveling, which we all do. Whenever you remember something, whenever you dream, what you call dream about something, it's a time travel. When you remember something, you can remember something from a smell. You can remember something from a taste. You can remember something just because you want to remember it. You remember every detail. You remember every conversation because you experienced it. It's all logged in in your subconscious or your conscious, and that's why you're allowed to bring it up when you want to bring it up. And I said this in a couple of videos. I want you to start doing that. Everything that y'all can remember, even down to your childhood, as young as you could get it. Remember different parties, remember different conversations, remember different ass whippings, remember all those things, stuff that you don't even want to remember. But don't be in the feeling of remembering what you remembering. Take that taste, take that happiness, take that that depression, take that, whatever it is, you call it the hurt, the betrayal, whatever it is. Don't get caught up in the emotion, but do the replay from the outside, like what you call it's not happening to you. It's happening to somebody else, and you just watching it and see how much stuff, how many signs that was actually missed in the midst of all that. Without whoever you was interacting with, however the situation is, you won't just remember it how you remember it. You'll remember it in its entirety and get a different perspective of it. You'll see the cut out. You'll see the betrayal when the betrayal happened. Do you understand? At the moment that you didn't see it happen, you're gonna say, "Oh, I don't remember it like that." But yet you remember it like that because you took the audio away, you took the sensation away, you faced your shadow and broke it down and redesigned it. Or at least that's the gift I'm trying to give you. And if you could do that for every wound, because only you know your wounds. Only thing I could speak of is a lot of stuff that that I hear, other stuff that I have witnessed, because, I haven't did everything and I don't think I am gonna do everything. Certain things is sometimes left meant unknown. Alright, you know, everything is not for everybody. Alright? But soul searching, being the original you, who you are to this day, being in content, you know, will sound funny to, to the people that's doing good, but also to the ones you like, hold on, even the evil ones? Yeah. I want them to be content with who they are because that means they facing themselves. They know who they exactly are. And then from there, become your best self. Now, like I said, it's a double-edged sword. People that I'm speaking truth to, that's going to use with this information for their prosperity, to be in unison with the universe, God, and everything else ever existed, be connected to the actual source of everything, time, space, black matter, whatever, 'cause scientists are still discovering more and more and more and more. And they're not just discovering, they just studying what you call what was told to them, what was given to them, what you know was passed down to them, that they really know is truth. But documenting it how they want to document it. Mhm. We here. It's not a game. I'm not light. I told you I'm not sacred. That sacred scarlet flame, violet scarlet flame. I'm not playing. I'm here to burn. I'm here to radiate. I'm here to make y'all niggas put your sunglasses on. For real. Just throw them on because if the light is too too hot, too bright, that's the only thing you can do. But I'm one. I'm the type of light that'll melt the glasses to your face, the shades to your face. So, you know, pick, pick and choose. Either you can stay blinded, get blinded, the right way, and then repent do whatever you need to do to gain back your true sight, you know, where you able to live in the light and your eyes will adjust because that means you have came into the light, and when you become the light don't affect you. When you are the sun or part of the sun can't burn you. A lot of things. You could say sun god Ra. You could say any prophet in the Bible, any prophet in any religion. Breaking curses. We we breaking generational curses. Like I was talking about the drug addiction. What about the lust curses? You know, the stuff that we crave and you know feel real comfortable of doing because there's generations of it that was caught up with it, and it's a demon attached to it. This is how what you call this part of the principality that's against us. They feed. Remember, they don't have bodies, so they have to feed off of us. So if you're dealing with dark entities, you're playing yourself because okay, yeah, you helping them out, but the day you can't fulfill your contract, they feed on you, and while they feeding on you, they're attaching to the rest of your family. So after when you gone, as a matter of fact, they might take members before they take you. That's another thing. Like the ones that be doing the dark magic, y'all got some cojones. I think for real. Y'all know you're going against the great Almighty Creator. You know, the all spark. You know, the the center of it all. The creation, the creational link that can never be broken. It can only be distorted if you allow it to be distorted. Right? And like I said, we being bombarded. We being bombarded with, trying to keep up with the Joneses. We being we being bombarded with the next person's relationship, trying to put it against our relationship. Or even if you ain't doing it, maybe your mate is doing that, comparing your date nights, comparing how, what you call, they interact compared to how y'all interact with each other, or vice versa. The man could do it too. Like, it's nobody's above it, or you both could be doing it, which you call, a lot of that is happening too. Mm. And I'm sorry if I'm, hurting anybody's feelings, but it's not meant to hurt your feelings. It's if y'all doing that and you know you're doing that, it's what's up. But just know what it entails. Everything have rules. Everything have regulations. And if you play the game, know that the rules is for all. The rules don't just go one way. And you might be winning, or at least think you winning, and then somebody come from behind and takes the cake. Like a lot of people want to, bite, claw, and climb up the ladder of society any which way possible. And nine times out of 10, they want to take the easy way. And sometimes the easy way look easy at the time. But then if it don't work out the way you perceived it to work out, because remember, it's not just your perception. You know, you working for this. And that person might be helping you, or whoever you get to help you, or they claim they will help you, or they gave you the idea for you to do something. So you need their help because they have the knowledge that you so called don't have their own agenda too. And then everybody that you tag on or involve will eventually have their own agenda. And then they already have their own lives, so they have agendas with other individuals, just like you have agendas with other individuals, and so on and so on. Eventually, the winners are the ones that's winning end up losing for the simple fact how they climbed, clawed, and killed to get to the top. It's the same way they get brought down by the next individual. So you only at the top for so long. And it gets passed down to, your next, the offspring. Now they stuck in that cycle, and it wasn't even a cycle. Yeah, I know. Y'all want to stop me. I didn't like that one. Or speaking too much truth is getting too deep for y'all. Like, do I feel myself a teacher? I say no, I'm not a teacher. But can I teach? Yes. Everybody could teach. Everybody has lessons that they have experienced, lessons that they know, things that was taught to them that they have practiced that they know is true, that has worked for them. And we all mimic somebody else's actions or lessons in some type of way. Because remember, we are not the first to know what we know because it's being passed down, it's being taught. You didn't know how to do math, you didn't know how to read, you didn't know how to write, you didn't know about your vocabulary, you didn't know history, you didn't know, you know, science, geometry, but you was taught these things. Well, who taught them? And so on. Like, your minds don't ponder these things. If you could dream it, it's already so. It just has to be manifested into the 3D. If it's so, you could dream it. Cycles. Getting back to which come first, the chicken or the egg. What come first? And I don't mean the chicken or the egg. But in everything, what comes first? Do any of y'all have that answer? I have the answer, and I'm gonna give y'all the answer in a little while. But when I give you the answer, a lot of y'all not gonna understand or truly believe that that's the real answer. But the ones that do, I welcome y'all, and I want y'all to do what I'm doing, and that's dropping that pebble in the pond, skipping that rock in the ocean, dropping a meteor in the ocean, and causing a ripple effect, massive ripple effect of unconscious awakening, of being what God wants you to be. There is no more, how you say, conforming for the next person. If it's something that you don't want to do, it's something that's not your burden. If it's something that don't resonate with you, and I mean everything, not just one thing, but everything. If everything, whatever don't resonate with you, no matter what it is, shape, form, size, person, that you are entity, vibration, it's not meant for you. Whatever is in sync, chiming, playing your same tune, or close to your same tune, which means beautiful music, means harmony, that's where you're supposed to be. That's where, where everything is peaceful, everything is chiming in, everything is abundant, everything is love, everything is prosper, has prosperity in it. And y'all shine like gold, polished and mirrored in the sun of the, being a beacon of light because it's surrounded by light. We have like 7 point something billion people on the planet, if I'm correct. If all of us shine our divine light, our Christ conscious light, our highest vibration, spiritualism, religion, society, community, it's designed to, you know, yeah, I'm the first. I'm the first to start this trail. I don't fear that we have oppressors, people that want to rape, pillage, and plunder, and think that it's all good. Those days are over. I also want to tell those that's in the dark or, have infused themselves close with darkness, where they feel that they lost. You never lost from redemption. Even if you start and you die tomorrow, and you come back, your new soul or your new body, or your soul will be in the new body, and knowingly and unknowingly, you'll be reset to start back to the path, the original path. Break the curses that you help create or you help keep going in your bloodline. I want everybody to be a generational curse breaker of every curse in your life. I want y'all to start manifesting that. Everybody to manifest that they want to be the curse breaker. To ask God to bestow courage, faith in His word, that His word is true, His promise is true. There's nothing to fear. Death itself can't even harm you. And that's true. It can't. It can do something to your shell, but it can't harm you. Only thing that can harm you if you condemn yourself, your energy. If your energy is corrupted, filthy, unremorseful, egotistical, narcissistic, power hungry, need admiration, constant admiration, to even feel like you somebody, to know that you somebody. In all reality, I'm here to tell you, to piss you off. You have never been anybody. You still nobody. Because everything you have is somebody else's. Your personality, your wealth, the love of your life, even the children you have. And even with all that abundance, you still have no peace. You still, and abundance is an illusion. Because when the ones that need to awake, or when everybody awakes, because that's my prophecy, prediction, that everybody awakes and get their ancestry or inheritance, get their divine gifts back of their third eye, their intuition, their soul, to be in tune with Mother Nature and everything, the all in all, your God, the direct source. There's a lot of ways to say it. God, the the the, the prime spark, the all spark, spark of creation, the Big Bang, whatever, however you want to say, however you want to deal with that. You want to work with that power that's within you. Remember, that started all life. And if all life has been, and if all life has been created through that, no matter how you want to perceive it over time through evolution or out of nowhere at a snap of a finger, to realize that every atom, everywhere, every oxygen particle, raindrop, sun ray is you, is God, where you can feel everything, where you respect everything, where you understand everything has a job, and if its job is done right, the 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 beautiful symphony that will happen. I want our symphony to be so unheard of, so beautiful, so enchanting that it causes a ripple effect everywhere, throughout the galaxies, throughout the time, which you call dimensions, portals, and get them on their way. And then theirs be ringing on their perfectity and so on. And if everybody's bringing in their perfect harmony, that means everybody's in, that you go, they in tune with each other, we in tune with us, they in tune with them, they in tune with them, and then we all hit side by side. That 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 symphony of symphonies coming together, making a master symphony in perfect sound, in perfect, succession, unity, which it will be hard to believe because we talking about like putting infinite amount of albums together and playing it all at once and it's sounding like perfection. But that's how it will be, and I know it, and it will be because I know it. Ain't it funny? Remember, it's already known before I know it, but I know it, so it's known. Like, huh? Hmm? Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? Now I know I'm playing around, I'm acting like an asshole and shit like that. But for real, getting back to it, it's the circle. That's that cycle. What came first, the chicken or the egg? So now here's the real kicker. I remember who I am, and I'm gonna continue to remember more in God's timing. But I remember a lot. I remember a lot of different, like I said, been here ancient. I'm ancient. I know I'm ancient. Like I said, I was here before everything. Just like all of y'all, but y'all don't believe it. But I'm assigned to know and believe and have been assigned over generations of generations of generations of generations. And I believe my time is up. I believe I did all when I'm finished here that I have truly accomplished the great work that my Heavenly Father have instilled in my spirit. I can't say my vessel because I haven't had many vessels. I have been females. I have even been other things, which we're not gonna get to go into here or there. That's why I tell you we are all connected. Like I'm gonna mess a lot of people eating habits up, but also bless y'all with seeing it the way I'm about to put it out there, and you'll see. I'm not I'm not trying to make you go vegan, but all all vegetables and herbs from the ground is profitable to us. For real. It's more profitable than eating any type of meat, eating any type of fish. A lot of the animals of all kinds of reincarnations of ancestors, you know, they energy is you know, transferred, moved to do whatever they supposed to do. And that's what it is. As far as the animals concerned, they built in of a sense to, automatically do. They don't really have a choice. They do what they meant to do. We the only species ever to have our own choice. And we do so poorly without the choices, without decisions. But I'm not knocking us. That was the whole reason for us to have the choices, so we can make choices to have whatever experiences that our choices bring for us to have some type of growth. You could be taught a lot, or you can have book smarts about anything or everything. But until you apply whatever knowledge that you so-called have of whatever, topic or situation, if you never applied it, if you never actually used it in application until you comfortable with it, you really don't know what you say you know. You know what you read. You know what was told to you without any type of facts finding, and that's they call that research. And after you getting other people opinions on whatever that topic is that is in sync or disagree with. Now it's time for you to two things, because you can't just stop at one, because you automatically going to do it. You're going to decipher which side you're going to choose as saying the complete whole truth. Because like I said, if you ask 10 people the same questions, how many times you'll get the same answer or similar answers? That's it could be 50-50. It could go any which way. But at the end of the day, as you keep on going, it will balance out. It might take years, it might take months, it might take days, but it will always balance out. So I'm just telling y'all to get ready for the balance. But before the balance, the storm is gonna come through. we the light bearers, the soul flies that's, you know, radiating faith and love and absolute justice and truth. Prepare yourselves. We in leader positions, and when the panic happens, stand tall, stand brave, and lead. Don't second guess yourself. You know what you know. You know what you might not know how you know, but I'm gonna say even before you get there, you will know because you're already being awoken, truly awoken. Even if it happens right on the spot, instantaneously, God could do all things. Some people, they draw in slowly. Like, okay, let me give you this, give you that, to keep you from, you let you heal from certain shit, rejuvenate, let you start to come back out your shell. Yeah. I want to say you know how they say take time for yourself. It's not just mean doing what you want to do and hanging out and doing this and that, doing this and that. Take time for yourself, and the way I'm saying it is like how I am right now. See how quiet it is. There's nobody talking. There's nobody yelling. There's no music playing. There's, if anything, there's this natural sound in the background. Sit there, lay there, stretch, whatever, get comfortable, however you get comfortable, and ponder your thoughts, ponder your life, ponder the state the world is in, and why you feel the state the world is in, and what part you could do to help alleviate. I didn't say completely change. You can't completely change nothing by yourself. You could start the change. You showing up every day. You showing up dedicated, putting your best foot forward, and the next individual that has the same heart, the same determination, the same will, the same calling, the same ear. And I don't mean the same, the same, but you're connected to the source. You the great all spark, the Heavenly Father, the Creator, and in any language or God y'all want to say that is the absolute God of truth, justice, and love that only work in integrity and humility because of His greatness. It don't have to do nothing to prove because it has proven itself. It's something that have proven itself. It's forever. We all have divine strength in us. I know we've been hurting, we've been abused, we've been mocked at, we've been lied, we've been, lied on, lied to. We've been attacked in so many different ways, known and unknown, but we still here. We still could take a divine breath. Say thank you, Lord. I know I have burdens, self-proclaimed burdens, because we don't, you know, if we in line, our work becomes play, our play becomes work, and nothing but absolute abundance come from that. We want wealth, glory, fame. Start following God, his his guidelines, his truth, his ways of living, and watch how your life multiply right before your eyes. Some instant, some not. But you gotta be in tune. And if you're in tune and you completely awoken and in tune, whatever you ask shall be given. It might not be given to you super instantaneously. Like you say, oh, I need a steak sandwich because I'm hungry. Or I don't feel like going to the store and the steak sandwich just pop up in your hand. No, what you call it. But I guarantee you that steak sandwich will manifest somewhere down the line. You'll get a knock at a phone door, or on your door from a delivery man that you never even called, and he's handing you a steak sandwich that you asked for. It sounds funny, right? It sounds like far fetched. Or all of a sudden you gonna hear the door, then you gonna say, "Yo, you ordered that before you made the record." But don't worry about it. No knocking will happen on the door. No, at least not for the steak sandwich. But believe me when I say it's true that the manifestation will be on it like that. And the more in line, the more harmonious you are with the divine source and everything that's connected to the divine source. It was and and have faith beyond as little as a mustard seed, but I'm gonna say but your faith will be way beyond a mustard seed. It will be the whole damn tree. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause dropping seeds to make other trees to be just as big and strong so there will always be an abundance of shade or fruit or whatever that grow upon that abundance tree. Mm. I don't know, I'm young and stuff like that, but just whatever is coming out of me needs to come out of me, needs to be said. Um, I'm still amazed that, my twin's mother, my ex fiance, and certain individuals in their coverings, in the extended coverings, and demon possessed individuals that, you know, just dying to be something. I really need to stop. I'm not saying it for me. I'm saying it for y'all. And I know it's falling on deaf ears, but the ones that need to hear it, and the ones it's meant for it to break the spells and awaken them to their true self. I love my God. I love this peace. I love this knowing. And I said nothing but, you know, Christ's love. Really. The universal love, the source love. Because without the source love, nothing stands. It's the foundation. If you work with the foundation in fashion of the foundation, where can you go wrong? Because everything stands on that foundation. And if your foundation ain't strong, exact, your castle falls eventually. And it is no rebuilding because you built it off a house, you built your castle out of a house of cards. And because your foundation wasn't a real foundation, the illusion is exposed. And once the illusion is exposed, when the thief get caught, you gotta pay back tenfold in energy, in finances, sometimes even spiritual bloodline, which is wow. God is God and he does what he wants, he say what he wants, and he makes happen what's supposed to make happen, which, like I said, is already prophesied. There is no mistakes, not, at least not with him. Even with your choices, it will still eventually turn out to his will. And I dare anybody to say different. Right? But none but love. Y'all enjoy your night, your day, your afternoon. And I hope y'all receive this message with Christ's love. Yeah.